Hello Infinity Kingdom, this is Magic Mage from server 243, and I'm excited to announce the approaching upcoming tournaments within our squad survivals. Now, we're currently in our matchmaking phase. If we look at our rules, the tournament is set up in 3 stages. The first stage is the announcement period where we have 2 days to know when this battle will be. Then we go in for 3 days for creating teams where we can either choose to join a team solely and automatically be assigned one that's already created. We could choose to join another team already created, or we can create our own team. These squads are who we will be going into battle with, so you're going to want to select wisely not only individuals that you feel like you can work with, but also think about time zones and the weaknesses and attributes and strengths of your teams and how you can complement each other to create the best team possible. You are going in with your existing immortals, skills, and dragons that you've developed, so think very wisely as you're creating these teams. The last stage of this tournament is 3 days. It's a total of 6 matches, and we may join one or multiple matches, and ranks are based on the highest single match score. So really think about the teams you're creating, when you're joining these teams, how often you're going to be playing, who you are playing with. Game descriptions here, it's going to tell us a little bit about the battlefield, the safety zones, and our boost nodes, in addition to rescue and eliminators. So I would look at this to understand how we're going to be accruing points. Those points are going to be important because as we go into our compensation, we're going to want to try to strive at least for the top 100. That's where you're really going to get some fantastic rewards. There's not much of a difference between the top 11 to 100 and the top 4 to 10. So if you're really within that 4 to 100 level, you're really going to get some fantastic rewards. That's going to include fragments for Shadow or Holy Immortals, in addition to exclusive artifacts for those Holy and Shadow Immortals. So if you're free to play, this is a fantastic event because it will really allow for you to get the artifacts for those Holy and Shadow Immortals you're building through the harbor ship and now through this squad tournament. We also receive healing speed ups. We have other rules regarding the power, participation, individual squads, rules of conduct, and changing servers, and how this would impact our game. So if you haven't checked out the rules yet, I would highly encourage you to read them and study them as we're learning and growing together. This video really is going to focus on the overview of how to join, leave, and create squads to allow you to understand the game. So as you can see here, I am currently in 3 clowns. If I wanted to copy my ID for this squad, there is a copy button here. So if I was creating a squad and wanted someone to join it, I could send them this ID to search. We also have within view units, we can see the 3 different members that are within our squad unit. Within that, we can also see the strongest troop powers, the alliance ranking of those individuals, and what server they're from. And this helps you know also kind of where you are. I would also look, especially if you have individuals joining, the total troop number ranking for that server, because that will allow you to kind of have a good gauge about the strength of that troop as well. So you might have this individual as a strong troop. They're ranking 5 and 243. It will tell you if they're an officer, R1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even a leader at R6. It will also tell you their current nobility ranking, which is also helpful, especially if they're coming from a very active server. So this is going to be a great overview to understand a little bit about your teams that are compiled together. If you are randomly assigned into a unit and you said, you know what, that's not the unit for me, you can use this exit door sign button and that will take you out of that unit. So one thing I discovered pleasantly is once you join a squad or create a team, you can actually disband yourself from that team if you're invited to join a different group. So I'm going to take and make this team Magic Team. If I don't want individuals to join freely, I actually have to move the automatic accept allocation to no, which allows me to either vet the members joining freely, or I can go into the requires approval. So with this, just know that the system can automatically join these individuals if there's no approvals required, and the squad leader accepts the system allocation. The join condition will be automatically set to no approval needed. So this is an important thing to pay attention to and understand as you're deciding how to create your team. So we're going to create this team here. Now I've created this team here. If, let's say, I decided, you know what, I want to allow others to join, and then I can also go into the rankings. This is where I can send invitations to individuals I'm looking to join. They give me recommended lords to join my group. I can also search or refresh this. I can also look up a lord. So let's say I wanted my friend Gavin to join. I will be able to search Gavin. It's only going to show you the lords who have not yet joined a squad. So if Gavin's main account has joined, his main account's not showing up here. I do believe there is a time limit on when you can accept or reject an invitation, because I was sent an invitation and that time to accept or reject had expired. So I do want to make sure you're aware that those invitations you may need to send a couple of times out if they're not responded to within a certain duration. The alternative to that is if someone says, I want to join your squad, you can always give them your ID number and then they can look that up. When I am searching for an individual to invite, I can always hit this invitation symbol where there's that joining of hands, and that's your invitation to have them join your grouping. When a lord has been provided that ID number, they can then go in and search that number to identify the squad team. They can then apply to join for that squad. The leader of that squad will need to go into their account and they will need to accept that invitation. When they go to accept the application, they will need to hit application, and hitting application, they will then pull up the individuals that have applied for this squad. Once the squad leader has accepted a member into their squad, they then can elect to select that member from their squad page to look at their profile and send an individual chat message to them. In sending a private chat, this allows you to go across different servers if they're accepted into the squad. You can also send a private chat if you're looking to apply to a squad leader. The private chat can then take and ensure that this team is the right fit for that team. So I would highly encourage you to reach out to these individuals who are joining your squad to just make sure that the time zones work and that there is no language barrier. This is an alternate account, so I am advising the individual who has joined my squad that this is a second account and the time zone I am in addition to if they wish to elect to stay in this group or not, to provide the Lord the option to choose to leave this group and join another, or to stay within it. Here you will see that Gavin has joined my test team. I'll select View Units to look at Gavin's account, and I'll see that he has a strong troop power of 480-16. He is a backbone within server 243, but let's say Gavin messaged me saying that they no longer wish to be in this squad, or that I decided that this is not a good fit for my team. I can do one of two things. If I wanted to leave this squad, I could pass over leadership of the squad management to Gavin by selecting the crown, or I could choose to remove Gavin, and in doing so, I would terminate him as my squad mate, and I do this by selecting the trash barrel and confirming. This has now resulted in Gavin leaving my squad team. I will not be able to resend an invitation to Gavin for about 10 minutes. Once that 10 minutes is up, I could then resend that application to Gavin for him to apply. And I would do that by selecting the gear, hitting invite, and then searching for Gavin again. As you see, Gavin won't show up on this list until I've had that 10 minutes time frame lapse, as I had removed him from my squad. If you are the only one in the squad and wish to join a different team as this squad unit isn't working for you, you can do so. Select view units, then select the gear again where your squad name and ID is located, and in selecting that gear, you would then want to select disband squad. It's going to ask if you're sure you want to disband it. You're going to want to select the red button, and in doing so, your squad is terminated, and you are free to either create a new team, solo match into a random team, or go back and enter in that squad ID or team name you're wishing to join for yourself. I hope this video has helped answer any of those questions regarding the squad survival tournament and how to join, create, or become a part of a team, as well as reaching out to different members you're looking to join. As I said, if I was wishing to join a new team, I can also reach out in a private chat and send them across different servers. So that is also an option, to send a private message to the squad leader of a team you're wishing to join. I wish you all the best of luck in the upcoming tournament. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if there's any other questions you might have. If you liked this video, please remember to select the subscribe button, like, and ring that bell so you don't miss out on important information in the future. This is Magic Mage from server 243, and I wish you all a wonderful day.